Recording. All right, guys, for one last time again. So today what we're going to need for tools, still got about a minute before we get started. Tools, we are going to do a lateral squat. That's where you squat from side to side. You could use a light weight if you need for that. Not needed, but you could use a light weight. And we are doing burpees today. So if you need to do an incline, please grab something to do an incline burpee. And that's all we're going to need. I'm going to have everybody go ahead and start getting down into crocodile breathing position for me. Time just turned 6 o'clock, so we're going to start kicking it all in. I got my last person signed in that was scheduled. We are good to go. So we're going to lie head down like Nathan here in the video. We're going to try to breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. Our goal is to take that diaphragm, so the muscle right underneath the rib cage. We want to make it as big as possible as we're breathing in through our nose, out through our mouth. All right, guys, let's start off with our first 30 seconds. Crocodile breathing. 3, 2, 1, and begin.
Exercise 1.
Breathing in through the nose for 5 seconds. Out through the mouth for 5 seconds. And rest, guys. We're going to stay in the same position. We're going to do what's called lying dynamic Blackburn. So what we're going to do in this position is we're going to take your hands overhead like a jumping jack. You're going to touch your hands up top and then try to bring them back. If you can go behind your back, great. If you can't, just touch your sides. That's okay too. You just want to do as best of mobility as you can get out of it going forward and back. I do like the head just to be barely off the ground, but still be looking at the ground so there's not tension against the neck. We just get that elevated head a little bit so that we have room for those shoulders to come through. All right, guys, rest. Go ahead and move over to tactical frog. So on a tactical frog, you're going to take your knees a little bit wider. What we're going to do here is we're going to drive our hips down into a cobra position. And then we're going to sit back on our heels like a child's pose, okay? Go ahead and begin if you haven't. So sit back on your heels and drive your hips forward in cobra. So cobra all the way back to child's pose, moving back and forth. If you don't have something soft on the ground, it might be a little tough on your knees. Rest. Good job, guys. We're gonna take one leg out to the side. So we're gonna do a lateral adductor pulse. So we're gonna do is one knee down, one leg out to the side, that foot flat. What we're gonna do is rock back just a little bit, and then once you're in that back seated position, then you're just gonna rotate your arm up. Okay, so we're not gonna keep pulsing. We're just gonna sit back, and then from there we're gonna rotate that arm of the leg that's out. So Ian, rotate with the other arm for me. So the leg that's out, that's going to be the arm that's rotating, okay? So the longer leg is the arm that's rotating. And then you bring that arm, try to come down towards your other elbow. And then rotate this guy, follow the eyes all the way up. Good. Go ahead and switch legs for me. As we switch legs, we're going to switch arms as well. And bring in that hand, try to bring it down and touch the other elbow or through that elbow position. Go ahead and begin. And then have the eyes follow it all the way to this guy. That way you get that nice upper body rotation. Good job, guys.
3, 2, 1, rest.
Okay, from there we're going to go ahead and stand up. We're going to do what's called a hand walk. So on a hand walk, you're going to go down to like a toe touch position, and you're just going to walk out to a plank and then walk back. Our goal as we're walking forward and back is not to stand tall. We just want to stay in that low position. And if you want to make it a little harder, you can add a push-up at the end of the part when you get out to a plank, okay? Make sure your push-ups are good quality all the way to the ground, all the way up. We do have this exercise in our workout today, so it's a good one to kind of practice and get warmed up on. Rest, good job, guys. Go ahead and stand tall. We're gonna do butt kicks next. So butt kicks could be like running in place with your butt coming up and kicking you in the butt, your feet come up, kicking you in the butt, or you can do a march.
Exercise 7.
Go ahead and begin on that. So either running in place. The main goal we're thinking about is taking that heel and tucking it and trying to catch the bottom of the butt. I do like to keep the quad as parallel to the ground or perpendicular to the ground as possible, right? So we're trying to keep that as straight as possible going down, and then just the knee tucking underneath with the heel coming through. That way you're getting a lot of hamstring activation.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
All right, linear hops. So on a linear hop, we're just gonna jump forward and back with 2 feet, or you can do a forward 2-step shuffle, okay? Forward 2-step shuffle.
1. Exercise 8.
Begin. So either one, forward 2-step shuffle, moving back and forth, or linear hop. Just trying to get those calves warmed up a little bit, get the heart rate elevated. It's our last one of the warm up. All right, guys, go ahead and rest. Grab yourselves a quick drink. We do have 2 circuits today. Circuit number 1 is going to be a timer-based circuit, and circuit number 2 is going to be a finisher, okay? So circuit number 1, timer-based circuit, we're doing 30 seconds of work with a 15-second rest period, okay? We have 5 rounds of 3 exercises. So there are only 3 exercises in this. Exercise number 1 is going to be just like our warm-up. We're going to do a hand walk. So on a hand walk, we're going to be that toe touch position, walking all the way out to that nice quality plank. Don't drop your hips in there. Oh, we're just going to start with the plank variation first. Walking out to a plank and then walking back. Don't let those hips drop as we get in that position. That's where I want probably 60% of people to be in that position. We can make it a little bit harder adding a push-up. I don't want everybody to add a push-up because that push-up has to stay perfect for that to be valuable. So if you can't do a full push-up, I don't want you to add it in. We don't want to drop to our knees. We'd rather stay in that plank position, okay? From there, we try to not stand tall each time. If you get a little worn out with your hands, it's okay to take a rep and go stand tall, but do your best not to stand tall as much as possible, all right? From the hand walk position, then from there, we're going to go into a lateral squat. So you have a 15-second break. We'll do a lateral squat, feet wider than the shoulders. Okay, feet wider than the shoulders. We kind of call this a sumo position, trying to get wider than the shoulders. We're going to sit into one side. For most people, just sitting in that one side and not going side to side is going to be a better way for you to kind of learn that patterning. Going from side to side, you kind of shift your hips a lot. So it's easier just to sit into one side and then move into that other side. In the next round is a little bit easier. But if you're pretty good at your lateral squat, which means that you're really good at finding your depth from side to side, you can move back and forth like Nathan's moving right now. That does just take a little bit more mobility and skill to be able to do that position. As you saw, he had a weight there to make it a little bit harder to sit with a weight in that. You can weight it, or you can do it body weight as well. I would start for most people body weight and make sure you get good depth and then add weight in as you start to figure out what your depth is. From there, we can also do a side-to-side, more like a lunge position in terms of like just trying to get that area warmed up, mobilized. Or if you have a wall and want to do a wall sit, you can do a wall sit as well. A wall sit, you can wait if 30 seconds is pretty easy for you. 90 degrees, sitting in that position. Okay, from there, we're going to go to our third exercise. So we only have 3 exercises. You guys should be familiar with these. We've been doing these for quite a bit in this program, reverse crunches. Hands out to the side or touching something above you. Either one is fine. We get our long position, legs nice and tall, coming all the way overhead. We can also just do the knee tuck position where we're just bringing the hips off the ground and rotating. The key is getting those hips off the ground in that position. And then from there, we can always go to a dead bug too if that's tough on your lower back, driving all the way out and in. And then we have the half dead bug position too. So opposite arm, opposite leg, back and forth, okay? So lots of variations for that. The big thing you want to choose when you're doing that is what is the best for your lower back, what feels really good, and you feel like your core stays tight is the best positioning for the dead bug. So we have a little bit of time. Go ahead and kick on your music. Get your water bottle close to you. 15 seconds is plenty of time to grab a drink. We want to have it close enough to grab a drink. So do that, get your music kicked up to whatever volume you'd like. We have 5 rounds of those 3 exercises. All right, guys, let's get started in about 8 seconds. All right, hand walks is position number 1. Remember, add a push-up. If you feel like push-ups are something that are pretty easy for you, you can do a good job of getting good depth out of this. Otherwise, I'd rather you concentrate on that hand walk plank position. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, 30 seconds, begin.
Exercise 1.
Walking all the way out. Don't let those hips drop when you get out there. Keep those hips nice and steady. A perfect plank. Squeeze the glutes. And walking back. If you get too tired, you can definitely go tall, but otherwise try not to stand tall.
3, 2, 1.
Rest. Good job. Lateral squat. So if you think you need a little weight, grab a little weight. Otherwise, get your feet wide, a little bit past shoulder. We call it sumo, so a little bit past shoulder position. Even wider for most of you guys. You want to be nice and wide because you want to be able to get nice, good depth in that squat.
Exercise 2.
Begin. I'm going to sit into one side all the way down as far as you can sit and up. Jamie, a little bit wider with your feet. Try to do your best to keep as tall of a chest as you can. The taller the chest, the more you're going to sit into that hip instead of bending over. So try not to step side to side. Keep your feet wide and don't be moving side to side.
1. Rest.
Rest. Good. We're going to go into a reverse crunch. So we're going to be lying down or a dead bug. Reverse crunch or dead bug.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 3.
Begin. If you're doing the dead bug position, think about driving that belly button tight into the ground. Reverse crunch, use stability, which means use your hands a little bit wider, making sure that the focus is on the abs. Rest. Good. We're back into hand walks again, guys. Hand walks.
Three, two, one. Exercise
Begin.
1.
Good job. Those of you guys are doing push-ups. The push-ups look really good. Keep that technique the whole time. As soon as you feel like the technique goes away in the push-up, just go to a regular hand walk.
2, 1. Rest.
Rest. Good. Lateral squats. I think all of you guys could probably just go a little bit wider with your stance. The wider the stance, the better. It allows us to sit into that one leg more than being into more of a squatted position.
Exercise 2.
Begin. We really want to put pressure into that one side of the leg. Keep those feet as wide as possible. That lateral squat position really works on that one side of the glute.
Three, two, one. Rest.
Rest. Good. Next, we're going to do a reverse crunch or a dead bug. If you're doing the half dead bug position, just make sure you're going opposite arm, opposite leg.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 3.
Begin. On the reverse crunch, no matter which variation, the key is getting those hips just off the ground, okay? So it's less about that kick and it's more about getting that rotation of the hips coming off the ground.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Rest. Good. Back into hand walks. Starting round 3.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 1.
Begin. Walking all the way out to that plank position. Good solid plank. Walking back. Get those hamstrings as long as you can get them. You want to really try to use that for mobility. We're trying to develop some mobility as well at the same time. And then walking out.
Three, two, one. Rest.
Rest. Good job, guys. From there, we're going to go to lateral squats. Feet position was much better last time. Just think about that tall chest. A taller chest is going to allow you to sit deep into that foot.
Exercise 2.
Begin. Abs tight.
Three, two, one.
Rest. Good. Back to reverse crunches or dead bugs. If you're feeling it a lot in your back and you're doing the reverse crunches, go ahead and go over to your dead bug position, okay?
3, 2, 1.
Begin. This is the end of round 3. So we'll be past our halfway point.
Three, two, one.
Rest. Good job, guys. Back in the hand walks. We're going to start round 4 of 5 rounds. Make sure if you want to drink, grab yourself some drinks.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 1.
Hand walks. Begin. If you're having a little trouble with that walking back position because your hamstrings, you can always take your feet just a little bit wider, and wider feet allow you to get a little bit more hamstring mobility if you're struggling with getting tall on that.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
All right, guys, lateral squats, feet nice and wide, sitting from one hip to the other.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 2.
Begin. Ten more seconds.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Rest. Good job, guys. We're starting our final round. We're back in the hand walkouts, our final round.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 3.
Begin. Up, Jamie, one hand walkouts. Oh, did I miss reverse crunches? Yep, I did.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Rest. Good job, guys. I missed reverse crunches. So some of you guys that just did hand walks, go ahead and go to do reverse crunches. And those of you guys that did reverse crunches, you can go to hand walks. That was my bad. I got too excited. So if you just did hand walks, do reverse crunches.
1.
And if you did reverse crunches, you're doing hand walks. Begin. Rest. Good job, guys. We have lateral squats. We should all be back on the same page. Sorry about that. I was thinking about the burpee finisher. I'm not even doing it, and I was very worried about it. So
3, 2.
lateral squats.
Exercise
Begin. Ten more seconds.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Rest. Good job, guys. One last set of reverse crunches or dead bugs. One last set of reverse crunches or dead bugs.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 3.
Begin. 30 more seconds and we're done.
Three, two, one. Your time.
And done, guys. Go ahead and grab yourselves a quick drink. We do have a finisher, so I'm going to start talking about that one. I want to get you guys as much time as we can on the finisher. We got about 9 minutes before class is over, so I want to get you as much time as I can. So what our finisher is going to be a burpee finisher. So the way it's going to work is you're going to do ascending reps. So what you'll do is you do 1 burpee, 5 squats. 2 burpees, 5 squats. The squats are just body weight, okay? You'll do 5 squats in between everything. 3 burpees, 5 squats. 4 burpees, 5 squats. 5 burpees, 5 squats. 6 burpees, 5 squats. 7 burpees, 5 squats. 8 burpees, 5 squats. 9 burpees, 5 squats. 10 burpees, 5 squats, and you're done, okay? So you can go from 1 all the way up to 10 total, 10 burpees, and you're gonna do 5 squats in between each one. So if you need something to do an incline burpee, that's fine. I think you guys know all the different variations of burpees we have. We have a full burpee, we have the plank burpee, and we have the incline burpee. Choose the variation that you think you can get done in a quick amount of time and in a safe position for your back. The incline variation, back and forth, right? So any of those variations work. Body weight squats is all we're looking for. So if you have to use a couch for that, that's okay for a couch squat too. I'm gonna try to get started in about 20 seconds, guys. That way you guys get plenty of time to get this done. And I think for some of you guys, it'll go super fast because you're really good at burpees, but those of you guys that are a little slower on burpees, we wanna have enough time for that.
Start with burpees?
Yep, burpees we'll be starting with. So you start with 1 burpee and you do 5 squats. And then you'll do 2 burpees and 5 squats. So burpees is always your exercise number 1. So you will end the whole thing with 5 squats. So when you're done, you should be ending on 5 squats. We are starting with 1 burpee, climbing up to 10 burpees is your final set, okay? All right, let me check the videos, make sure everybody looks like they're ready to go. Looks like mentally everybody's prepared for this. All right, guys. We have 7 minutes till the end of class. We're gonna try to get done on time. Here we go. Starting off with 1 burpee first. 3, 2, 1, begin. 1 burpee followed by 5 squats. Then 2 burpees followed by 5 squats. Then 3 burpees followed by 5 squats. Then 4 burpees followed by 5 squats. Then 5 burpees followed by 5 squats. Squats are looking good, guys. Really think about that technique of keeping the abs tight so you can sit deep, okay? 5 burpees, 5 squats. You just keep climbing from there. Then you'll have 6 burpees, 5 squats. This is more finisher style, which means that we want to be kicking and going as hard as we can on this one. Trying not to slow down. It's okay to find one consistent pace. Just try not to slow down from that pace. After 6, you'll have 7 burpees, 5 squats. And you'll have 8 burpees, 5 squats. When you're completely done, that's all you have. We have nothing after this. We're going to have people finishing all at different times. So if you got to get going, you're more than welcome to get going. After 8 should be 9 burpees, 5 squats. Remember, you will end the whole thing with 5 squats. Your final set should be 10 and 5. We still got a full 3 minutes left. Just turned 27, so full 3 minutes left. Good job, guys. Keep working at your own pace. Don't worry, nobody's done yet. Just keep working. Remember, it goes 6, 6, then 5 squats, 7, 5 squats, 8, 5 squats, 9, 5 squats, 10, 5 squats. 2-minute warning. All right, I see a few people are getting done. Done, Cindy? All right, good job. Good job, Nate. Good work, guys. Keep going. I will call out 6:30 when that happens. We still did just turn 29, so you have a full minute, full 60 seconds left. Try to get done what you can. See a bunch more people just finished in that amount right there. So Brent go. Good job. Good job, Jamie. Good job, Andy. You guys did awesome. If you got to head out for the day, go ahead. Catch your breath, though, if you're not. Recover a minute. Good job, Derek. Looks like you're done. Good job, Ian. You guys did great today. You done, Oliver? Yep. All right, cool. All right, everybody. I'm going to stop this recording.